Hello everyone. Now in this class we will discuss about balance sheet. Let us discuss the meaning of balance sheet. Balance sheet means a financial statement which sets out the assets and liabilities of a trading or non-trading organization as on a certain date. Okay, so here in balance sheet what you will get, you will see your assets and liabilities. So this is an statement in which we list out assets and liabilities. According to Francis R. Stead, balance sheet is the screen picture of the financial position of a going concern at a certain moment. So here one thing you should clear, that balance sheet is made on a particular date. Okay, and it will give you a picture of financial position of your business. In the words of Robert Anthony, it is the statement which report the property value owned by the enterprise and claims of the creditors and owners against these properties. It shows, so again in the words of Robert Attorney, what he says, it is a statement which reports the property value owned by the enterprise. So from balance sheet you will understand what is the property owned by enterprise and the claims of the creditors and owners against these properties, and what are the claims of creditors and the owner against this property. It shows the status of the business at a given moment of time insofar as accounting figure can show its status. It is called balance sheet because it is the sheet of those ledger accounts which have not been closed by transferring to the trading account and profit and loss account. So in balance sheet you are including all those ledger accounts which you have not covered in trading and profit and loss account. Thus balance sheet is a statement of financial position of the concern on a given date. The main characteristics of the balance sheet are as follows. The balance sheet is always prepared on a particular date. Even single transactions will make a difference in its contents. That is the significance of the word as on. So balance sheet is prepared as on a particular date. It is prepared only after the preparation of profit and loss account. So if sequentially we say C, then first you are preparing trading account, then profit and loss account, and then you prepare balance sheet. It contains a personal and real account of the trial balance because the nominal account are transferred to the trading account and profit and loss account. So if you have made your trial balance, then in trial balance, in the last example you must have seen that few entries we have recorded in trading account and profit and loss account, but few entries are left. So here in trial balance you have entries related with personal account, entries related with real account, and entries related with nominal account. All the entries related with nominal account, they go in trading account and profit and loss account. So the remaining entries, that is personal account and real account, they are entered in balance sheet. However, the net result of the profit and loss account is shown in the balance sheet. Yes. So the net result, that is net profit or net loss that we get from the profit and loss account, that we include in the balance sheet. Balance sheet is not an account but only a statement of assets and liabilities. Assets are shown on the right hand side and liabilities are shown on the left hand side. The excess of asset over liability represent the capital of the owner. So here in balance sheet, it is a statement, it is not an account. You categorize it in two parts, left side, right side. On the right side you write all the assets in the business, on the left side you write all the liabilities in the business, and if asset is more than liability, then it indicates capital of the owner. It shows the financial position of a business as a going concern. As a going concern means a business which is running means which is there today and which will be there for tomorrow, means for the coming year also. It is a going concern. Okay, balance sheet is prepared from the trial balance. Now why we prepare balance sheet? Balance sheet serves the following functions or objective. First, Balance sheet shows the financial position of the concern on a particular date to the owner as well as to the outsider. So as on a particular date, it shows you the financial position not only to the owner but to others also. It gives the financial position of the business. It helps the investor to know the earning capacity and the financial health of the firm. So from balance sheet, you will know the earning capacity and the financial health of the business. Analysis of balance sheet in the form of financial ratio can provide valuable information about the financial strength and repaying capacity of the firm. Such information is very useful to investors and creditors for taking right decisions. So analysis of balance sheet in the form of financial ratios. We have different financial ratios. Few ratios we have already seen. So analysis of balance sheet in the form of financial ratio can provide valuable information about the financial strength and repaying capacity of the firm. Such information is very helpful to investors and creditors for taking right decision. Thus, a balance sheet is very important financial statement for owner, creditor, and other users of the accounting, accounting informations. However, a single balance sheet is not sufficient, and a comparison of the balance sheet of several years is necessary for obtaining the meaningful and valuable information. So the balance sheet which you prepare for the current year, you compare it with the balance sheet of previous year, and then you can find the useful information. Moreover, a balance sheet is prepared on the basis of historical cost, and as such it does not show the current values. According to policies relating to inventory valuation, depreciation, etc., affect the balance sheet. A detailed study of various, so in balance sheet we are not taking the current value, we are using depreciation method to differentiate. So what depreciation method we are using, okay, that will affect the values in the balance sheet. A detailed study of various schedules of assets and liabilities on which a balance sheet is based is necessary to derive the correct information about the financial position of a balance sheet. So balance sheet, it is in short, if I want to say, then balance sheet is a statement which shows you asset and liability, and based on asset and liability you can decide the financial position of the business. Okay, now difference between balance sheet and the trial balance. So first let us understand purpose, why we create balance sheet, why we create trial balance. So purpose of creating balance sheet is, its purpose is to show the financial position of business. So from balance sheet you will understand the financial position of business. Trial balance, its purpose is to establish the arithmetic accuracy of the books of account. So when you create a trial balance, then you generally check the arithmetic accuracy of the account. You check whether all accounts are correct, arithmetically correct. Period. It is prepared generally at the end of accounting year. So balance sheet you prepare at last. So after the finish of accounting year we prepare the balance sheet. Whereas trial balance, it is prepared every month or even shorter period. So it is up to the businessman. He can prepare the trial balance for every month, or he can prepare trial balance for lesser period like 15 days also. Necessity, it is essential to prepare the balance sheet to complete the accounting process. Now to complete the accounting process, it is essential that balance sheet should be prepared. Means every organization, it prepares the balance sheet. Whereas trial balance, it is desirable but not essential to prepare the trial balance. So trial balance is desirable, means if you prepare then it is good, but if you are not preparing then also there is no harm. Now heading, what we include, so it's two sides are headed as assets and liability. So in balance sheet you will find one column which is of asset and one column which is of liability. Here in trial balance, its two columns are headed as debit and credit. So in trial balance you will find information related with account which are debited and which are credited. Information about the profits. So balance sheet, it provide information about net profit or the net loss, whereas in trial balance you will not get such information. It does not provide information about net profit or net loss. Contents. It contains only personal and real account. So in balance sheet you will get information related with personal and real account, whereas in trial balance It contains all types of account like personal account, real account and nominal account. Adjustments. Preparation of balance sheet requires adjustments for outstanding and prepaid items. So when we are preparing the balance sheet, we also see the adjustments, whether there is some outstanding or prepaid items or not. Preparation of trial balance does not require any adjustment. And closing stock, the account always appear in the balance sheet. So always you will find closing stock in the balance sheet. In trial balance, generally closing stock is shown outside the trial balance. So closing stock generally we see in adjustment. It is not the part of trial balance. So this is the basic difference between balance sheet and trial balance. Now similarly, we can find a difference between balance sheet and profit and loss account. So again, purpose, balance sheet, it is prepared to know the financial position, whereas profit and loss account, it is prepared to know the net profit or net loss in the business. Period, balance sheet, it is prepared at a particular date, and profit and loss account, it is prepared, it presents the result of the business for a particular period, usually 1 year. So balance sheet you are preparing at a particular date, and this profit and loss account, this gives you information about the whole accounting year. Nature, it is a statement and it is an account. Heading, its two sides, we have seen that it is called asset and liabilities, and here its two sides are called income and expenses. Content, it contains all the real and personal account, whereas it contains all the nominal account. Difference, its two sides are equal in total, and the difference and the total of its two sides represent the net profit or net loss. Effect on account, the balance sheet of account include the balance sheet are brought forward in the next year. The balance of account included in the balance sheet are brought forward to the next year, whereas the accounts transferred to it are closed and no balance exists in the accounts. Formation or format of the balance sheet. Let us talk about the format of balance sheet. The balance sheet is prepared to show the financial position of the business. Therefore, assets and liabilities in it should be arranged in systematic manner so that financial position can be easily understood. So in balance sheet we are representing asset and liabilities. So systematically we have to arrange this asset and liabilities. The exact form of the balance sheet depend upon the order in which assets and liabilities are arranged. Arrangement of assets and liabilities in the balance sheet is called marshalling of balance sheet. So marshalling of balance sheet means arrangement of assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. Assets and liabilities can be arranged in the balance sheet in two ways, which are as under. First है liquidity preference. So in balance sheet we can arrange assets and liabilities in two ways. One is liquidity preference. In liquidity preference, liquidity means the readiness with which the assets can be converted into cash. So liquidity preference, liquidity means the readiness with which the assets can be converted into cash. So how fast I can convert my assets into cash? Okay, based on that I can arrange assets in my balance sheet. The shorter the time taken to convert the asset into cash, the greater is the liquidity, and vice versa. So if it take less time to convert asset in liquid, asset in cash, then it will be written on the top. Under the liquidity method, the most liquid are the current asset are listed at the top. So the most liquid assets we write at the top. The less liquid assets are the fixed assets. They are listed thereafter. So most liquid assets are, example is cash, debitor, stock in hand, etc. And less liquid assets are plant and machinery, land and buildings. So plant and machinery, land, buildings, they are difficult to sell. Okay, they are difficult to sell means that they take time to sell, whereas cash in hand or debitor or stock in hand, they are liquid, easily you can sell them and convert it in cash. Fictitious assets. Fictitious asset examples are preliminary expenses and unexpired expenses, example prepaid insurance, which have no reliable value, are shown at the bottom of the balance sheet. Similarly, the liabilities are shown in order in which they are payable. The current liabilities are shown first, and the long-term liabilities and the capital are shown last. In order of liquidity, the balance sheet will appear as under. So this we talk about in order of liquidity, how we arrange items in the balance sheet. So in order of liquidity, your arrangement is, on the left hand side we are showing liability. So current liability, okay, as they are more liquid, so or we can say that they are most liquid, so they are written first. In current liability we have outstanding expenses, income received in advance, bill payable, sundry creditor, bank overdraft. So these are the major items which come under current liability. Then we have long-term liability. In long-term liability we have long-term loan, loan on mortgage, debenture, owner's equity. It includes capital, reserve, retained profit, etc. Capital, reserve, retained profit, etc. That is owner's equity. So here on the liability side, current liability, that is outstanding expenses, income received in advance, bill payable. Okay, these are all liability that that the business have to return. Sundry creditors, like you have taken raw material but you have not paid, so that amount become the sundry creditor. Bank overdraft, on behalf of you, bank has paid or honored some check. Okay, even though there is not much fund in your account, these are all current liabilities. So these liabilities you have to meet first. Then we have long-term liability, that means we have taken a big loan, we have taken a huge loan that we have to repay in say 5 to 6 years. Loan on mortgage, we have taken loan on mortgage, like we have some property that we have kept for loan. Okay, means based on that property we have taken loan, so that is loan on mortgage. Debentures, these are all again a type of loan, but here the period is long, so it is long-term liability. Owner's equity, capital, the amount which owner put in the business, that is called owner's equity. This is also liability. So here it is capital and reserve, a retained profit. Now what are the items we include in asset? So current asset, that is cash in hand. Okay, these are current assets. You have cash, ready cash with you, cash in hand, cash at bank, bill receivable, you are going to receive some amount through bill, that is bill receivable. Sundry debtor, sundry debtor means you have sold something and for that you are going to receive money, that is sundry debtor. Prepaid expenses, already you know that you have to do some expenses in future that you have already done, so that will become asset. Accrued income, stock in hand, these are all current assets. Investment, if you have done some investment, that is also your asset. And in fixed assets we have furniture and fittings, we have plant and machinery, we have buildings, we have goodwill. These are all your fixed assets. So this is one method of listing. It is based on liquidity. So the most liquid items, they are listed first, and the less liquid items, they are listed afterwards. Now what do you mean by liquidity? Liquidity means the ability to convert in cash. How frequently or how fast you can convert your asset or your liability in cash, that is your liquidity. Okay, so most liquid items, they are written first, and then less liquid items are written. Now the second way of doing this balance sheet is permanence preference. And permanence preference, it is in this method, the most permanent are the fixed assets. Example, goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery. So which are most permanent in nature, they are placed first. So they are placed at the top, whereas the less permanent, example, furniture, tools, etc. and current assets, example, stocks in hand, sundry debtor, cash, etc. are listed thereafter. So first we list permanent assets, and then we list less permanent assets, and the fictitious assets and unexpired expenses are shown at the bottom. So here also fictitious assets, and if there is unexpired expenses, that we will show at the bottom of the balance sheet. In other words, it is just the opposite of the liquidity method. So you can say that the all items we have reverse here. Similarly, the capital is listed at the top, permanent liabilities are listed thereafter, and short-term liabilities are shown at the last in order of preference of the balance sheet will appear as follows. So in order of permanence, how the balance sheet is. So balance sheet, this is other way of doing the balance sheet. Here on the top of liquidity, we show owner's equity. Owner's equity, it includes capital, it includes reserves, retained, and profit if any. So this is liability, this is owner's equity. Then we show long-term liability, that is debenture, loan on mortgage, long-term liability, and last we will show current liability, which include bank overdraft, sundry creditor, income receiving in advance, outstanding expenses, contingent liabilities, etc. Fixed asset which are permanent in nature is goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and features, motor vehicle, investment. Current assets, it includes stock in hand, accrued income, prepaid expenses, sundry debtor, bill receivable, cash in hand, cash in bank, fictitious assets like preliminary expenses, etc. They are all listed at last. So you, I think, read 2 or 3 times or write in your notebook so that you understand the order of writing liabilities and assets. Okay. Now classification of assets and liabilities. So let us discuss this thing in our next class. You again revise what we have done, what you understand by the balance sheet. So here we understood what is balance sheet. We understood what is the difference between balance sheet and your trial balance, what is the difference between balance sheet and your profit and loss account, and how you are entering in the balance sheet, what are the different items that are included in the balance sheet, and what are the 2 methods by which you prepare the balance sheet. So one method we have seen that based on liquidity, that is most liquid items they are written first, and second is based on permanency, that means the items which are permanent in nature, they are listed first. Okay, now in our next class in detail we will discuss what are the items to be included in the balance sheet, and we will see one example how to how we do recording in the balance sheet, or how we use items given in trial balance to get the balance sheet. Okay, so thank you.